Hey everyone, this is Nikki and welcome to my channel. I'm so done with my intros. Today, we're going to be doing some plant chores, mostly separating the corms and babies of my alocasias as well as chopping some of my Hoyas because I need to prepare some inventory again. My inventory for the Prop Studio, which is my online shop for plants, is very low. And I'm grateful for you guys for getting my plants and other supplies as well. But I need to continue propagating so that you guys could have more of my plants. So that's what we're going to do today. And this is just going to be a very chill video, relaxing video. If you like propagating, if you like seeing plants being chopped or babies from alocasias being separated, then please join me in this video. By the way, my audio could be a little different or could be off. I'm experimenting on something. My microphone, this is a new microphone and it's inside my shirt right now. And because I don't want to see the magnet that's being used to hold it on my shirt, I kind of like, wait, let me show you guys. I kind of used an enamel pin that's available at the Prop Studio. So I bought one for myself and I removed the pointy thing and I attach it to the magnet. So I think I'm just gonna bring you guys closer. Let's see what's the best angle for that. Okay, maybe we can work on that. Some of the Hoyas that we have in here, I don't think we could chop them because like this one, it's currently on bloom. This is my wait, look at that. This is my Hoya Lee prism with the pink flowers. I wasn't able to catch this on a time lapse myself, but I was able to set up a time lapse camera, but it's not that good. So yeah, it's on my Instagram. I'm probably going to share it here on YouTube as well as shorts, but it's not that good. Yeah. This one, I really need to chop it. This is Hoya Leucantha, and there's a lot of people waiting for me to chop this one. But the thing is, oops, needs water. But the thing is, it has a peduncle and I just don't want to disturb this plant at all. I'm already stressing it by taking it from the shelf again. And yeah, basically waving it in front of you guys. I wish I didn't had to like move it, but I have to because it's on the way. This one, this is a Bella album marginata. As you can see, this one is very leggy. I mean, it's okay. Probably hurt the leaves while they were growing. This was just a very short cutting. I got it from a friend from Winnipeg, Yugen Tropical or Catherine. And now it's been growing. I mean, I chopped it before so that it would grow. The chops are in the plant room, I think, and I'm going to put them back in this pot. But yeah, it's been growing. And look at this one, it's so nice here. It's so pretty. That one. It's so pretty. It's just, I mean, I hope they would continue growing like that, but I don't think so. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a peduncle. So I don't think we could chop it. Now, these are most of the Hoyas that we should be chopping. This one has like 3 new growths, and honestly I'm okay chopping them because they grow so fast. This is my Hoya Hirschkaliana, and it's definitely one of my favorites. You guys already know that. I always tell you guys that this is one of the Hoyas that everyone should have. And it's not expensive, so I think we're going to chop. I have my shears with me, and I've been using this one for a year now. I think you can use any shears or scissors, obviously, but I just like the precision of this one and like it's comfortable to the grip. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I should be. Like I said, this is just going to be a very peaceful video. Okay, we chopped it. I know there are others. There. So now we have 3 cuttings of Yushkolyana. I have my basket with me. This basket was from strawberry picking. So yeah, I just use it for propping. Okay, I think I want to take this chance to fix some trellises as well. Like for this one, I just make sure it's kind of trellised nicely, because as it turns out, it isn't. It's still nice despite the chop. When it grows, I'll just continue putting it around to make it fuller, but honestly, this looks pretty already. This one, I don't have to chop it just yet because I have more in the plant room, and I'm still figuring out how to like trellis this one properly. But this is the Hoya Litho, and the leaves are so nice. Okay, I'm seeing something that we're going to chop a lot, but oh no, look at that. This is Hoya Lacunosa Amarillo. I know for a fact that I've been saying Amarillo in the past, despite already knowing that it should be Amarillo. I've heard many people say Amarillo, so even though knowing in my head that it should be Amarillo, you know how people say paella instead of paella? So yeah, obviously there's a lot to chop in here, and I don't know where to begin. There's just a lot to be honest. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's take this, but it's so pretty. Like if I take this entire vine, oh my god, that's so pretty. There you go. We have one over here. It's a long one and it's so pretty. Let's take another. This one's coming from here. Look at that. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Maybe last few. Okay, this is coming from here. Look at that. It's so pretty. There's probably more, but let's just chop a few more. Once you start chopping, there's no stopping. There. At least for me, that's how it is. Like, it's so satisfying to chop plants, particularly Hoyas. These ones, I'd rather wait for them to grow, so I'll just let them be. Okay, so this is Hoya Kalina IR26, and obviously we're going to chop it. Let's see where we could chop best. Thinking of this part. It's kind of leggy, so I want to find where it's coming from. Okay, it's from here. There, and from here I think we can chop because it's leggy. You know, just small cuttings. There. Here we're going to chop as well. Oops. This one too. So pretty. This vine has a lot of big leaves, but let me see. Not this. I'm not going to touch that one yet. This is my Lacunosa Minara, and a friend of mine who has a cutting from me just killed hers. So I'm going to chop in preparation for her return so that she'd have a new one. There. So we have like 2 cuttings, whichever grows first. Ooh, I'm seeing something that we should chop. Just because it's growing leggy. But like, look at this. The top cutting is kind of pretty, but I hate this part, so I'm going to chop it. This is my Alocasia white snow. There. So pretty. This one I think I could chop because the other vines are growing a bit leggy, and I don't mind putting them back inside the pot if ever. This is a top cutting. A lot of new growths because it's like multiple cuttings in here. Finally, it's taking off. I had a hard time growing this one. This one though is annoying. I might chop. Like, why are you growing like that? Should I though? No, I'll just leave it. I'll as much as I love chopping, I know when to stop. So I'll just leave that one. I won't disturb it or whatever. There's a bloom right now. That's so pretty. This is not my first Lacunosa bloom, so I've seen this before. Mostly on my Amarillo, and it was bigger. The blooms were bigger and they were everywhere. This time, maybe because the plant is much smaller, there are more peduncles. They just didn't bloom just yet. Okay, this is my Hoya Possiflora. This was a gift to me, but I want to encourage it to grow more, so I'm going to chop this part as well, even though it's a top cutting, but it's kind of leggy, and I just want to encourage a fuller growth. We're going to chop it. Yeah. Wait, let me put things back where they came from. No, I can't do that. Okay, so just this part. Yeah, I know it's a small cutting, but it will grow. This one too, honestly, I want to chop it too, but it's actively growing, just not how I want it to be. I might do that soon. For now, I like how it's looking like, but it's not growing how I want it to be. I like my Hoyas growing close and compact like this one, if you guys can see it. I know I showed a bunch that kind of like growing compact as well, and I really like it that way. There's a few more, and I know. And one thing that I noticed is that they grow like that when when they are very close to the light. So I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's just kind of like an observation, and I'm continuously doing that to those. So maybe it's working. There are buds, so I don't think I could chop it for now. I'll just keep it this way. Just wait for it. But yeah, there's a lot of people asking for that particular plant. I really need to water today. So this is my Mathild, and it's growing quite fast. There's a lot of okay, I think no, I'll keep it. This is my Hoya Nuna with pink flowers, and we're going to chop too. Not so much, just that. We'll leave the rest. So I recently got this Mathild variegated. I feel like I hit the jackpot on this specimen because it's just very pretty. Very, very, very pretty, and I really want to chop it just because, I mean, I know it's growing nicely, but I want to chop it because, as you guys already know, I just chop all of the plants, all of the Hoyas that I acquire if there are multiple nodes, so that I could have a full pot. But at the same time, I'm torn because it's growing nicely. But honestly, I want to chop it. Like, I'm leaning towards more chopping. I always say that I will chop it once the new set of leaves hardens, and like when there's no new leaf just yet. But just look how it's been growing. The two new leaves, this and then this one, quite small, but they haven't really hardened just yet. But then you can see that there's a new growth already. So like, how can I... Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to make sure you see it. But yeah, my point is, how can I chop if I'm just waiting for it to harden and I'm waiting for when there's no new tiny growth just yet? But it never happens. It's never gonna happen, I think, because I don't know, my Hoyas in here, they grow so fast. I have this same sentiment with my Hoya Queen Midori. And it's just growing so fast, growing so compact. I have a few cuttings in the plant room, but that's because they were the bottom cuttings. And now they're growing, I think. But for this one, I also want to chop it, but it keeps on growing. Let me try to find a good angle. There, just look at that. The pair of two new leaves hasn't grown yet at all. Hasn't hardened, obviously, but then you can see in the middle, it's already working on the next pair of leaves. Yeah, so that's what my Hoyas have been doing. So I couldn't chop them. It's like they're telling me not to chop them because they will grow fast anyways. I think I have a few more samples here. A lot of Hoyas that I couldn't really chop. Ugh. Okay, this one too. This is a Alocasia Golden Flame. And it's doing the same thing. It's working on a new leaf every time. And it's growing so fast. A lot of my Hoyas in here, I just acquire them one node. It's very often that I get multiple nodes of a Hoya. So maybe when the price is good, I'd say yes, sold. I low-key think we're done with Hoyas from this cabinet, and here they are. But that's just this cabinet, and I do have bigger Hoyas in the plant room in ambient, so we'll see about that. But these are our chops. I just got an email. We can now offer Sezzle at the prop studio. So before, we only offer after pay, which means if you buy something from the website, you can pay in 4. Like, I think it's bi-weekly or weekly. Anyways, pay in 4. And there's no interest. It's not going to affect your credit score whatsoever. So if you have a dream plant but don't want to spend on it, you can use Afterpay. That way, let's say for example, it's worth 200. You will feel like you only spent like 50 per 2 weeks, something like that. I personally do that when buying my own plants. So yeah, Afterpay. But I know that there are other people who prefer Sezzle more, and surprise, we now have it at the prop studio, and I'm going to fix the payment options later after filming. But yeah, and I'm going to announce it. Anyways, about the Alocasias, there are some in here that have babies, and my goal is to separate them. How we're going to do that, I don't know. Oh my god. Like this one, it has 1, 2, honestly 3. There's one growing. But yeah, 2 of the babies are ready. But how can we pull them without hurting the plant? Because obviously, if we do that, we're going to need to repot. But you know what this plant needs? Oh my god. Wait. You know what this plant needs? An upsize. Okay. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should set up in the plant room. This is so impulsive. I'll bring you guys to the plant room. I'll set up. My tables are occupied because I'm doing something else as well, but maybe on the floor. We only need 1, 2, 3. And then there's a few more in the plant room. So yeah, let's do it. Take the babies. Okay, I'm back. And I know I said we're going to the plant room because I'm going to make some mess. And basically, while getting the babies of the Alocasias that have grown pups, I'm basically going to repot them or maybe just add more media. And that's going to be messy. So I said we're going to the plant room, but I figured it's a nice day outside and fall is just around the corner. We won't be able to do this anymore. It's going to be a little bit chilly or windy, and then winter. So might as well just do it outside. And of course, I took my time setting up everything that's needed. The mat that I've been trying to get used to and my potting mix, which is the aloe mix available at the prop studio. I use this especially for alocasias, but it also works for my anthuriums. And I think that's all we need. I got a bunch of this just in case we need to upsize, but I don't think so. And honestly, not all of the alocasias that I grab are going to be separated, and I'm going to talk about it. So first, this is my Alocasia Odora Oreo, formerly known as Guyana. And this is very beautiful. Like, I know it goes for like, I don't know, $50 these days. It's very beautiful for me, this specimen in particular, because I know the others are just, you know, a little splashes of yellow, gold, whatever. But this one is actually pretty highly variegated in a sense that it's balanced. There's a lot of yellow, green, and even gold. Thank you. So you're going to see a lot of variegation in this, but at the same time, it's not that bad. Like, it's not going to melt easily. So I really like this specimen particularly. That's why I still have it in my collection, despite it being considered as cheap and a little bit easier to find these days. But I would say that this specimen is really nice. I know you guys agree with me. So there's a new leaf, but it's almost out, so I would say it's okay to like touch it a little. And we'll do just that. There are 2 babies in here, and they are also highly variegated. It's so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it over there. We don't have our ring light right now, obviously, because we're outside and it's really sunny. But I have a feeling that things could be overexposed, but it is what it is. This one looks like it needs an upsize. So I'm just going to gently remove it. I said gently so that we're not going to damage any roots. Okay, only root damage is that one that's kind of like soft and I don't know. Okay, we need to remove the, okay, we damage a root. Okay, so I need to remove the wick there. I'm not going to touch anything, but I'm just going to loosen up the top part so that I could grab the babies. Assuming that it's at the top part only. Huh. The chance is that it's not. So just some gentle taps in there, hoping we could find where the babies grew from. We don't want to hurt the plant, okay? Remember that. We don't want to hurt the plant despite the shaking. Okay, I think we found it. Okay. It's here. And it's well rooted. And it has corms of its own. Wow. It has a corm. I'm going to show it to you guys closer later. Okay. Can't believe we touched this, but here we are. Here's the other one, and it's also well rooted. Going to put it in here. And now, I don't know, we obviously need to put this on a bigger pot after seeing its roots. And there's a lot of corms. I'm really tempted to get them. I'm just going to get the ones that have fallen off. There. I know I've talked about this before already, about recycling the media, but I'm going to talk about it again. I recycled the media when I know that the plant that it came with wasn't rotting or anything. So this obviously doesn't have any rotting issues or whatever. So I'm just going to use the same media before. I'm just going with, I don't want to touch it anymore. I'm just putting it back, basically, just like that. Making sure all of the roots are pointing downwards because that's where we want them to grow. So basically there's not a lot of work in here because you're just putting it back, if you guys get what I mean. So yeah, I'm just basically going to put all of the media back, the ones that came from it, so that there's no waste in here. No waste. We don't like wasting our media because we're using kind of like pricey ingredients in here. Wait, ingredients? Because we have quite pricey amendments in here. That's why it's called premium. So we don't want to waste that. And then we'll just add a few new ones because of the upsize, obviously. There. I think we're good for now. Yeah. So it looks kind of weird right now because it's wobbly, but once I water this, it's going to be better. Just a little tap so that the media would go down. And then I'll do that again once we water. And we're good. So that's it for now. This one, this is my Alocasia cucullata mint. And perfect timing because the newest leaf just went out and it's not yet working on the new one. If anything, it's down there below. But there are three babies in here and they are very much ready to be separated. So let's do that. Wow, the roots. I wish there's a way for me to get the babies without having to like touch everything. But apparently, I don't think that's possible. So we really need to shake it a little, at least the top part, if ever that we can see that they're just above the surface, then we can do that. Like this, no, we need to remove everything. Okay, what am I even saying? Okay, so I think we managed to loosen up the root ball. And I can see where the babies were coming from. So like this one over here. There. It's nicely rooted. So we'll take it. The other one too. Ooh. Wow. So we have this. And then the last one would be here. Okay. There you go. This is a nice one. Decent size and very nice specimen as well. It's so minty. Sometimes when I get the chance, I try to remove the old roots. Like, I don't remember this one rotting. Obviously, right now it has healthy roots. And if it rotted, it could have been like hurt or it would have crashed, but maybe these are old roots. It doesn't really hurt the plant to have old roots that are not good anymore, that have rotted. But, oh, there's a corm that's growing and it's separated, it's rooted, and it's big. So we'll take that. Let's see what else it has inside. Okay, so I'm removing those like old roots. And if anything, just to be safe, I'm not going to use this media. Oh, there's a lot of corms that have fallen off from shaking. Wow. Okay. So yeah, the plant is nicely rooted. It's safe. There's no root rot going on, but then there are old roots. And I don't like seeing them. Okay, we should dig on this for corms. I see one. Wait. Should put it separately from the other. Okay. I'm sure there's more. This is quite a big plant. There should be more corms. If anything, it's okay because this old media goes to my garden. Like here on the side, I have plants. And if there are corms, it would just grow. God, I'm so messy. Okay, so these are the roots that we're working on with now, and it looks fine. So we'll just give it a fresh media. A little at the bottom. So this is how it looks now. Oh my god, we're losing the sun. Yeah, so this is how it looks now. Yeah. There you go. I will... Oh, there's a corm. Okay, there you go. Maybe I should check for more. One last time before I toss this to the pots of my plants. Okay, should be fine. Okay, there's another. Okay, so we have 4 babies from the mamas that we touched earlier. So I got us 4 pots over here. And at the bottom, I'm just going to put some mix of pon, leca, and perlite, whatever, mixed. This is very mixed, but it's like very chunky. Just for drainage. I do this to everything that I pot, to be honest. And then we're going to use the aloe mix in potting them because they already grew in it. So let's do that. How many babies did we get? Oh, I need 1 more pot. So we're okay, we're fine. Baby, I'm here to stop your crying. Up the bed, stronger than a monster beneath your bed. Okay, there's 1. Should have gotten 5 pots. Now all that's left for me to do is to water them and make sure everything's clean. And then I'm going to show you guys everything in a bit. Okay, so we obviously don't have the best lighting now. But I'm back with them and they've been watered, and I think I'm going to show them to you guys up close.